Valbuena swings and drives one to right field, and the Clippers win. He is having a sensational 2011 campaign, one that without a doubt is catching the eyes of many around baseball.
You're cleared for takeoff.
Good evening. Welcome in to Indians Minor League Magazine. Along with Jason Stamford, I'm Al Pulowski. And Jay, this edition focuses on the All-Stars in the upper levels.
Yeah, and I mean, the Indians from top to bottom have had some great All-Stars so far. Columbus has 4 guys. Akron has a couple guys. You look at these guys really to step it up. Fun to watch.
We'll tell you who all those are in just a moment. Here's what's coming up on the show today. As usual, we'll go around the minor leagues for you, check in with each and every Cleveland Farm team. Scrappers manager Dave Wallace, our old friend Wally. We'll hear from him. Jay, you got a chance to visit with him. Captain starter Michael Goodnight will also be featured. We'll have our diamond in the rough, and we'll unveil the minor league player of the week. Well, let's start things off as we head down I-71 to Columbus and check in with the Indians AAA affiliate. And down there, we saw at the top of the show, Luis Valbuena go yard. He's been named to the International League All-Star team, well-deserved. Valbuena this year, .315, 12 homers, 54 runs batted in, 46 runs scored. They'll take on the PCL in the AAA All-Star game on July 13th in Salt Lake. And Valbuena's got some help on the team as well. 3 others besides Luis are All-Stars for Columbus.
Well, yeah, and we talked about Luis Valbuena the last couple of weeks. This kid is really putting together a nice, solid season. He is earning the chance to get called back up. If he can do that at the big league level, this might be the bat that the Indians are looking for that can put them over the top.
Yeah, he's done a phenomenal job. So it's Valbuena, Jenmar Gomez, and Zach McAllister. Both are candidates to start on Thursday night. And Jason Kipnis, all of these guys are having outstanding years.
Yeah, they really are, and that's why Columbus has by far the best record in baseball right now. I mean, you look at what they've been able to do all season long. There's some kids on that team that are big league ready right now. Unfortunately, there's no spots at the big league level, but you look what they're doing. They're staying consistent, and that is the key right now. To get yourself called up, you have to stay consistent at that level. The Indians want to make sure that these guys are ready, and they are.
Well, you know, and I talked to Josh Judy, who's up here now with the big club for the time being, and Josh said it's weird when you lose in Columbus. It's like we don't know what to do. Hey, we're just used to winning. All right, let's go down to Akron, the AA affiliate of the Cleveland Indians. 3 players are going to the All-Star game. Austin Adams is one of 3 arrows selected to play in next week's Eastern League All-Star game. It's in New Hampshire. The right-hander is just 5-8 with a .438 ERA, but he struck out 79 and walked 40 in 74 innings pitched.
Those numbers might not be that great, but at the same time, I mean, you can't really worry about win-losses at the AA level. It's all about how you perform from outing to outing, and he's done a very nice job. He's been one of the most consistent pitchers on that team.
So congratulations to Austin Adams and Chun Chen. We've been following him since he was in Lake County. The catcher just continues to hit the baseball, having a decent year this year. And Juan Diaz, the shortstop, he's made some strides as well. He came over last year in the Branyan deal with Class A. Now he's a AA. So it's nice to see these guys advance and do something at the current level they're at.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you look at these guys, and they've done a great job so far. I mean, and this team, it's all about the prospects. You look at what these guys have been able to do, and it's against prospects. When you're a pitcher, you have to do a very nice job, but these position players have done a good job. That's why they're all-stars.
All right, now let's head over to Class A Kinston in the Carolina League. And one of the guys that's been impressive this season is Brett Brock, and he was impressive last Thursday. In a 1-0 win against Myrtle Beach, he went 8 innings, gave up 5 hits, no runs, struck out 3, and probably most importantly, Jay, and you know from being a pitcher, didn't walk a batter.
Well, and that's huge. Anytime that you can go deep in a ball game and not have to worry about guys on base by walking guys, that's a huge difference. And that's what these kids learn at the lower levels, to be as consistent as you can, to be repetitive with your delivery, and that's what they're learning.
All right, let's check out some other players to watch in Kinston. Roberto Perez, the catcher, his numbers on the season. And Chris Jones, the reliever, pretty decent numbers. Chris Jones, another one of those, he's at the lower end of the spectrum now, but he's on that prospect radar for guys out of the bullpen. The Indians have a lot of nice bullpen arms, not only at the major league level, but at all levels of the minors too.
Yeah, and they really do. And you're looking at these kids right now at the high A ball level, and this is, you know, the next step is AA. But you look what these guys are able to do. They've had a very nice start so far to the second half, and a lot rides on what these guys do from day to day.
All right, let's go to Lake County now, where the Lake County Captains have several players that are having nice seasons. And here on East Lake, Jordan Cassis He joined the captains mid-season. He's doing pretty well in his last 15 games. He's hitting .318. He's also scored 11 runs and knocked in 6.
Yeah, Jordan, we talked about last year when he was with Mahoney Valley. I like this kid a lot. I think he does a very nice job. He can hit the ball. He doesn't have a lot of power, but he's a good gap-to-gap hitter and has good speed. Watch for this kid to continue to move up through the system.
Yeah, and most guys in Lake County, there's been a couple of guys this year, like Anthony Gallus, they get good numbers and they move on.
Yeah.
So Lake County's averages aren't the best right now, but there's some that are showing. Cassis, Aguiar, and now Levon Washington, who had a pretty good week. These guys are hitting the ball pretty well.
Yeah, and they are, and you're starting to see the difference right now. Now that these guys are getting in their comfort zone, that's the big difference. They've had about a half a season now to progress, and now you're seeing the second half of the season. This is when the Indians really start to pay attention to kids, whether or not you're a prospect, but this is what they look for. If you can stay consistent each month, that's the big deal. If you get hot early on, you want to stay hot middle and at the end, and that's what these guys have to understand.
One of the positions the Indians are the deepest at in their minor league system is catcher. Seems every level we go, you've got a legitimate catching prospect or two. Let's go to Mahoning Valley and check in with one of those, Jake Lowry. A draft pick this year. He's won college baseball's highest award for a catcher. He was given the Johnny Bench Award last Thursday night. The James Madison product led the nation in RBIs, runs, and total bases. He also ranked in the top 10 in homers and slugging percentage, throwing out 43% of runners attempting to steal on him in college as well. And this kid can hit the ball, too.
Yeah, he really can. I had an opportunity to sit down and talk with him, and he's a great kid. I mean, with these bats changing this past year to the BB Core bats, it made it a whole lot different and closer to wood. He was still able to have 24 home runs and 91 RBIs with those type of bats. I mean, from the left side, this guy's got a lot of pop.
Well, you got him and Alex Levisky in Mahoning Valley, a couple of nice young catchers. And, of course, when you go up to the higher levels, to the majors, you've got Santana and Marson, who are still very young but doing very well. A couple other guys to watch, Kirk Wetmore, Kyle Petter. Both of these have been promoted to Lake County after they had very good starts to the season in Mahoning Valley.
Well, yeah, and it was only a matter of time for these two guys. I mean, they pitched extremely well. Wetmore is a very good pitcher. Look for him to continue to move up. I like the way he pitches. I like his stuff. It's not overpowering, but it's good stuff, good competitive stuff that can move up through the system.
Good prospects, guys to watch here in the minor league system. All right, we'll take our first break with Indians minor league man. Plenty more to come, including the diamond in the rough. But next, he's making his move into the coaching ranks from the catching ranks. Meet new Scrappers manager Dave Wallace. Don't go away.